Hello everyone. Welcome back to Slow English Learning. We're so happy you're here with us today. If you're learning English and want to sound more natural, you're in the right place. Hi everyone. It's great to have you with us again. Today we're talking about one of the smallest words in English, but also one of the most important words. Do. That's right. Many learners know do from questions like, do you like coffee? Or, do you speak English? But native speakers use do in many more ways than that. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes English confusing. One little word can have many different jobs. I remember when I was helping a student who understood thousands of English words, but she still felt confused when native speakers used do in everyday conversations. That's very common. Learners often understand the basic meaning, but they don't understand all the different ways native speakers actually use it. So today, we're going to make everything simple. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand the most important uses of do, common expressions, typical mistakes, and how to use it naturally in conversation. We'll also give you lots of examples and speaking practice, so make sure you say the sentences out loud. And we'd love to hear from you. Before we begin, tell us in the comments, what sentence with do you already know? Great question. And if you enjoy our lessons, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Slow English Learning, and share it with another English learner. Every little bit of practice helps you improve. All right. Let's get started and learn how native speakers really use the word do. Let's begin with the most basic use of do. We use do for actions, tasks, and activities. A very simple formula is subject plus do/does plus activity. For example, I do my homework. She does the dishes. They do exercise. We do yoga. Notice that these are activities. They are things we perform or complete. Exactly. Native speakers often use do when talking about general tasks. Here are some more examples. I do the cleaning every Saturday. My brother does the shopping. My father does the gardening. We do the laundry together. These are all common household activities. Let me ask you something. What chores do you do at home? Good question. Think about your answer. Better yet, write it in the comments. I usually do the laundry on Sundays, and I usually do the shopping on Saturday mornings. That's very responsible. Well, sometimes, not always. Another common use is with work and effort. For example, she did a great job. He did his best. I need to do some work. Native speakers say these all the time. Let's talk about negative forms because they're very important. We use don't, doesn't, didn't. Examples: I don't do yoga. She doesn't do the cooking. We didn't do the project yesterday. Notice how the main verb stays as do. Here's a quick practice. Say this out loud. I don't do my homework late at night. Good. Now try. She doesn't do the shopping on Mondays. Excellent. Can you make your own sentence using don't or doesn't? Write your example in the comments and practice saying it aloud. Here's another useful pattern. Do your best. Do your homework. Do the dishes. Do exercise. These are common collocations. A collocation means words that naturally go together. Native speakers learn these combinations naturally. The more you hear them, the easier they become. Let's review this section. We use do for activities, tasks, chores, work, effort, and general actions. And we use don't, doesn't, and didn't for negative forms. That's the foundation of understanding do. Now let's build on that foundation by looking at another important use. One of the most common questions in English is, what do you do? This means, what is your job? Exactly. It's a very natural question when meeting someone for the first time. Here's a simple conversation. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. What do you do? I do marketing. Very natural. Here are more examples. I do accounting. She does graphic design. He does software development. They do construction work. You can hear this in offices, conferences, parties, and everyday conversations. Do is also used with school subjects, especially in British English. For example, I do mathematics. She does biology. They do history. In American English, people often say, I study biology. I take history. Both are correct, but it's useful to recognize both styles. Let's compare formal and informal language. Informal. What do you do? More formal. What line of work are you in? Most native speakers use the first version. Let's practice. Imagine someone asks, what do you do? Pause and answer out loud. Maybe you say, I do customer service. I do teaching. I do engineering. I do sales. Great practice. Another major use of do is as a helping verb. This is where many learners first meet the word. We use do to form questions. Examples. Do you like coffee? Do they live nearby? Does she work here? Did you go yesterday? Without do, these questions sound incorrect. Listen. You like coffee? Some native speakers say that informally, but learners should first learn the standard structure. Do you like coffee? Much better. We also use do in negative sentences. Examples. I don't like coffee. She doesn't know. We didn't go. These structures are everywhere in English. Here's a comment challenge. Write one question using do and one question using does. Great practice. And remember, do is one of the most important helper verbs in English. Let's review. We use do to talk about jobs, studies, questions, and negatives. These are essential everyday uses. Now let's look at some additional ways native speakers use do. One interesting use is emphasis. This happens when we want to make something stronger. For example, I do like coffee. Normally we'd say, I like coffee, but adding do gives extra emphasis. Another example, she does care about you. Or, he did call yesterday. The speaker wants to show that something is really true. Let's see a real-life dialogue. You don't like pizza. I do like pizza. The stress is on do. Another useful use is substitution. This means replacing a repeated verb. For example, she works harder than I do, instead of repeating work. Another example, I love tea and so does she. Very natural English. Short answers use this pattern too. Do you like coffee? Yes, I do. Not, yes, I like coffee. That sounds less natural in everyday conversation. Another common use involves health and well-being. For example, fresh air will do you good. Exercise does me good. A holiday would do you the world of good. These expressions mean something is beneficial. The opposite is also common. Too much stress does you harm. Smoking can do serious harm. Native speakers often use these expressions when giving caring advice. Another practical use is when something is enough. We often say, "That'll do," meaning that's enough. Or, "This pen will do," meaning this pen is acceptable. Let's do a quick dialogue. Can we use this chair? Yes, it'll do. Simple and natural. Now let's look at some common expressions. Do your best. Do me a favor. Do the trick. Could do with. Examples. Just do your best. Could you do me a favor? Restarting the computer might do the trick. I could do with a coffee. Native speakers use these expressions constantly. Here's another comment challenge. Which expression is your favorite? Write it below and create a sentence with it. Let's review. We learned emphatic do, substitute do, health expressions, that'll do, and several useful everyday phrases. Now let's talk about mistakes, because everyone makes them, even advanced learners. Mistake number 1, confusing do and make. Incorrect. I made my homework. Correct. I did my homework. Why? Homework is an activity. Another example. Incorrect. I did a cake. Correct. I made a cake, because a cake is something you create. Here's an easy memory trick. Do equals activities. Make equals creations. Mistake number 2, using do instead of does. Incorrect. She do the dishes. Correct. She does the dishes. Remember, I do, you do, we do, they do. But he does, she does, it does. Mistake number 3, forgetting the helper verb. Incorrect. You like coffee? Correct. Do you like coffee? Mistake number 4, using unnatural long answers. Example, do you like tea? Natural answer, yes I do. Less natural, yes I like tea. Let's practice. Correct this sentence. She do her homework. Answer, she does her homework. Correct this sentence. I made my homework. Answer, I did my homework. Correct this question. You speak English? Answer, do you speak English? Excellent. Remember, mistakes are normal. Every mistake helps you improve. The important thing is to keep practicing and keep speaking. Exactly. Confidence grows one sentence at a time. Now let's finish with some interactive practice. Choose the correct sentence. Situation 1, talking about school. A, I do biology. B, I make biology. The correct answer is A. Situation 2, talking about homework. A, I made my homework. B, I did my homework. The correct answer is B. Situation 3, meeting someone new. A, what do you do? B, what make you do? The correct answer is A. Situation 4, talking about coffee. A, I could do with a coffee. B, I could make with a coffee. The correct answer is A. Situation 5. Someone asks, do you like music? A, yes, I do. B, yes, I liking music. The correct answer is A. Situation 6. Your friend is tired. A vacation would do you good. B, a vacation would make you good. The correct answer is A. Great work. Say the correct answers aloud. Speaking out loud helps your brain remember new patterns. Now create your own sentence using do. Make it about your work, studies, hobbies, or daily life. And don't forget to share it in the comments. Remember, real communication is more important than perfect grammar. Today we learned a lot about one very small word, We explored how do is used for actions and tasks. We learned how do is used for jobs, studies, questions, and negatives. And we discovered additional uses, including emphasis, substitution, health expressions, and common everyday phrases. If you remember 3 things from today's lesson, remember these. First, use do for activities and tasks. Second, use do to build many questions and negative sentences. Third, learn common expressions because native speakers use them every day. English becomes easier when you see how words connect in real conversations. And don't worry if you can't remember everything immediately. Learning happens step by step. Every lesson, every conversation, and every practice sentence helps you improve. Before we finish, here's one final question. Which use of do was completely new for you today? We'd love to know. Leave your answer in the comments. And if this lesson helped you, please like the video, share it with a friend, comment below, and subscribe to Slow English Learning. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep doing your best. See you next time.